Okay, ladies and gents, let's see here. So I have a list of things here that we need to do. And we're going to be doing this in preparation for Across the Pond on Saturday. And then, if I'm being completely honest, aside from a little bit of 3D modeling, I'll, of course, be recording. I probably won't touch this computer again until Saturday. Right, Fusion 360 just loading up now. I think I fixed my... So, last night, or during the flight last night, the 3D printer failed. But I think I fixed that. And the way I fixed it was actually to flash the firmware with the Ender 3 Pro firmware, and not the Ender 3 firmware. Some much older firmware. Much older than what it shipped with. So anyway, that's what I ended up doing. See here. That's how it works. Ah, that's much better. Close, okay. Anyway, I wanna not be in there. I wanna 3D print. Actually, you should have it in here somewhere, I think. Hey, where is it? Where's Kira? Oh, bloody hell. Export it. New folder. Tablet. Okay. Now let's see here. Where did I put it? Tab. Okay, let me go ahead and open this up in Cura. And then Cura's gonna print it. I did. Did I plug it in? I think, yes I did. Sorry, my 3D printer's over there. On my server rack. That's right, it's been for a while now. So anyway, the plan for today's stream, we have to install my AnyBuilds version of EIDW. Oh, okay, perfect. And let me quickly get this on because and then we'll go ahead and I'll finish going through what we're going to do. And I have this little we should have another pack of little index cards. Purchase another one. For forever, I was just using like a little business card. I don't know if you remember that works. Let's see here. Let's level the bed out. Okay, that'll do. That'll do. Okay. Print via USB. Oh, and because it is as a because I do have this here as a the firmware actually thinks it's now an Ender 3 Pro. Check on it in a bit. Actually, let me watch it. But yeah, one of the things I'm noticing now is that the temperature is stable now. Oh my word, that looks so much better. That looks so much better when it comes to that print already. So that's it. I am seeing a little discrepancy here in terms of the temperature. Hey. I was gonna have to go with that. Unfortunately. Okay. That's fine. Okay, anyway. Back to our plan. We're gonna install Dublin, which is the airport we're going out of on Saturday. Then we're going to install a freeware version of Detroit. And then we're gonna look through the charts. We're gonna print out all the charts that we supposedly have available to us now, at least according to the Across the Pond Discord. And then we're gonna make the second part to this guy here. We're gonna make the second part here. Which shouldn't be that bad. So because it's the part over here, and then maybe if time allows, I mean, what time is it now? 4:03. If we're done all that by about 1 a.m. If we're done all that by about midnight, then we might just design the rest of this. But I can't get. There's no guarantee. Yeah, this thing's gonna be quite thick. And the way I'm gonna do the mounting though is I'm gonna do it like upside down. Right, and so here's the main board. Here's the motherboard. Right. Shit's like this, right. It came out like this. We're gonna do it upside down. And what that's going to do is that's going to help out the heat dissipation, and that's going to help out in terms of the battery, because now in terms of the amount of standoffs we need, instead of it being like 2 or 3, now it is however many standoffs we need in order to meet the battery, which should only be like maybe 2. So, actually, we might get lucky here. It'll probably be like 1 set of standoffs. Anyway, that's the plan. That's the plan, right? In terms of how it works, I was really hoping that it was going to be done by. I was really hoping it was going to be done by the time by the correspondent. It's not going to happen though. Although one of the things I did notice though. Let's see here. Sorry. Y'all might hear something. Yep, there we go. Apologies, guys. Sorry. Let me just... Something happened with my speakers, and I noticed scrubbing through the footage of last night's live stream, Baltimore Heathrow live stream. I noticed that Vipa audio is not working. So, okay. Anyway, now before you all say it, I know Indian Builds does have a version of Dallas Fort Worth, or sorry, not Dallas Fort Worth. They do have a version of the other one, but I don't have that. So anyway, we got access to Manchester now, which is going to be an airport we go to more often, and we have access to Dublin, which is one that we desperately needed. We're going to actually update everything. Actually, I'm going to update everything right now. So, let's see here. First things first. When I tell you I want you to fucking stop it, I mean it. Okay. We have to come here to settings. What does this have it saved as? flight sim. Yeah. And this is why this is one of the issues I have with this. Okay. Let's see. Local disk. Users. Me. Local packages. So. We're looking for the 2024. That's gonna mean packages, guys. I'm actually gonna show everyone where it is on stream, in case y'all don't know. It's gonna be local. Then you find packages, and then you're looking for dot limitless. Here it is. Local cache. I think it's packages again. Community, and there you go. What's going on here? Yeah, now you see where we have some issues here. Right. Packages. Flight simulator. Local cache. Packages. Community. Okay. Now, let's see here. Okay. Is this fixed now? I hope that's fixed. Now we're going to come in here. We're gonna re-download all of this. So I'm still debating which aircraft we're gonna take. When it comes to Flight Sim 20, or when it comes to a few things here, or when it comes to the when it comes to Across the Pond, I'm still debating which one we're going to take. My products. Go ahead and get those all going now. And then we're going to get that guy going. We are definitely going to be using the old sim. For reasons, that is. We're going to uninstall that. And install that again. What's in Heathrow? Uninstall that. Going to reinstall that. Then we're going to go into Flight Sim. We're going to verify everything's working. We're going to do a bit of a first look here at... It's actually going to abort. Uninstall. Because I think it's putting it in the wrong folder. This is gonna take a bit. I was kind of considering the A350 airliner. The thing is, I haven't landed that thing great yet. I haven't landed that thing well enough to be satisfied. Right. I'm kind of in the stage where it's like I'm kind of thinking that we don't have any real option other than to use the 777, which is kind of unfortunate, but we're flying right across the pond. Right, and it's the aircraft I'm used to the most. That said, though, we do need to get some of the nav information. Okay, we'll take let that take its time for a minute. Yeah. Let all that take its time. Take its sweet little time. Yeah. The other thing we got was Microsoft released a version. Microsoft released a nice thing on they released City Update 10. So, for all owners. So they gave us Dallas Fort Worth, Denver, much better version of San Fran. United States 1, right? So that's not bad actually. But they gave us a much better version of what do we call it? Of Dallas, Dallas, right? And they gave us much better scenery as well. So, and I guess they're doing another version of the United States. So. Okay, anyway, let's get, to Any Builds does have one, but the issue is that I'm out of money, so, actually, what happened was I accidentally bought the Manchester. That's what happened. So, anyway, supposedly this is quite good. So, this is all gonna take a minute. It's all gonna take a few minutes. Any manager to look at it down the bottom of the screen, going like, yeah. Okay. This is doing a good job there. Manchester. And then we get to go through Glenn and Gatwick and then the Heathrows. It's gonna be a minute. Yeah, in terms of installing the software, though, that's quite good. It's quite easy to install the new firmware. So. Alright, it's working on Dublin now. 2024, which I don't give a shit about 2024. Although I do. I do give a shit about 2024. And then I guess we'll update the Phoenix as well, and we'll go through the PMDGs to see if there's any updates for those. We're definitely not using the 737. My God, we're not using that. We're at a point in time where I'd rather take the A350, which we haven't been able to land through both once. Okay. And then in terms of actually, I have Discord on this system. I don't think I do. I do not. So. Anymore, putting this mouse here is so much better than having to like reach up here. Love it. Okay, we're doing that now. This is actually going reasonably fast. Now this though is going slow, but that's fine. That's good. That's because any manager is taking up all the other resources. Time for Manchester, and yeah, we'll verify that everything here works. I feel like I bought a version of Manchester recently, even if it wasn't from any builds. 3 Orbecks actually. It might have been Orbecks, but I remember buying a version of Manchester, which is why I was so disappointed when I bought this by accident. It's like we were saying fuck after I did that. It's like the weird thing is I had the 2 airports in like heart rate, but I wasn't signed in. So Manchester for 2020 now. Where's Warbeck's gone? Ah, there it is. Fuck, can I just leak my email as well? Yeah, okay. That's doing a good job though. There we go. Let's see here. Damn it, I knew it. I knew it as well. I knew it. Oh, fucking hell, I knew it. Oof. Who is it by, though? T8. Damn it. That hurts. That hurts really, really badly, so. That hurts. Oof. Now it is kind of considering buying the A300. But I'm not going to do that right now. Now, they don't have a British Airways version of this, do they? Even though the A320neo is here. With that said, though, I am going to install the Aer Lingus liveries. Oh shit, if we're flying out of Dublin... So we're flying out of Dublin, we might have to use an Airbus. We have access to the A330 for 2024. We're gonna quickly install the Aer Lingus liveries. You might have to use an Airbus then, because the thing about the A3, the thing about the 777 is that I don't really know if that one uses the triples. Let's open up. Let's see, PNG-OC3. Because we'll find out pretty quickly if it's in OC3 here. We have the British Airways one. Yeah, I don't know if they do. I really don't know if they do. Okay. In that case, let's install the American one. Let's install American Airlines. Let's see here. United is fine. Okay. Any more like European-based airlines? There is KLM. There's the KLM one, which is always an option. But yeah, I don't think Aer Lingus actually uses those. Okay, but I'll tell you what now. Let's hop into that simulator. Let's go. Let's go ahead and hop across the pond, and we can go ahead and begin looking at some of these. Well, a few things load. Well, a few more things load. Bookings and information. Our dashboard. Yeah, okay. So we have these. Welcome to Dublin. Okay, the first things first. Scenery. Enhanced. Dublin Airport. We just installed. Yeah, I think it was MK Series. Yeah. MK Studios, MK. Yeah. Okay, departure. Okay, slots. Connect on stand, 45 minutes for departure. Request your. Okay. Be assigned to TSAT. So This is the time in which you'll be expected to push back your TSAT. Actually, your. Okay, that's good to note. There's a lot of sense. Very, very close attention. Okay, earn my. Okay. That air. Irish. That's something. That is all good. Then this briefing. Let's see here. Detroit. Any builds freeware. Who the fuck did that? Okay, illicit room. So they're recommending this from who? Illicit room. Okay. Good. Server. Okay. Sent initial directly. Okay. And then you did say that oceanic would be fine. Okay. Okay. That's not bad. Okay. All these here are important to have. So I'm gonna print both of these out actually. Better. And new routing information isn't available yet. So anyway, we're gonna start our stream on Saturday. So on Saturday, we're gonna start the stream around 7 o'clock. At which point in time, I'm gonna. Right, the plan is for Saturday. So our departure time here is 12:06. That is our takeoff time, which means. Where the fuck? Give me 1 second. Okay, and where is my... Here's the console. It's going to show up in though. And hopefully... I have a pen. Not the best pen in the world. Might work. I'm like one of those like people here. I can really pick it up. Perfect. Okay, so the main things here. So the main things here are okay. Connect on ground. Okay. Connect on CN 45 minutes before departure. Okay. So push and start approved at 25. So for us, in terms of what that means for us. Okay. So see here, British Airways. Oh, this is helpful. Oh, really? We have to go back. Yeah, that sucks. Actually, let me go ahead and start getting these printed. If my printer is today, which unfortunately there are a lot of days when it doesn't. mark on them. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Printer should be working now. At least I really hope it is. It says... Nope, it's not that. Printers! Add device. Let's see here. Let's see here. Print. Is it gonna do it? Is it gonna do it here? Document in queue. Are you gonna do it there? Actually, this printer is not one to print anything. A few moments. Oh, what kind of error is it? Epson, I bloody hate ya! Okay, tell you what, in that case, can we done with this? Actually, we might have to print it out with a system dialog, which is going to absolutely suck if that's what I have to do. It's in an error state. What is the error state? I'm not gonna lie, I'm really tempted. Here, just I should have a USB here. I have plenty of USB cables around, but I might have the right one. Just I'm gonna be like, so you, this printer, it hooked. That's good. I should have the right cable. I went through a massive bucket of cable for the day. So nope. Nope. That's an HDMI. Oops, this guy. That guy's a USB to USB. Okay. Let's see here. Do we have any of the like really old USBs to? Nope. Nope. That's micro. Nope. Nope. More micros. Nope. What's this? Nope. Nope. May need to run upstairs real quickly to see if you can't find the right cable. That is, unless I already have one plugged in, which without an issue, I've had this printer. So it's a good. No, I do not. In that case, guys, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna be right back, guys. Right here. feel like I got some tension. Might be set aside. Where's the cable? What are the odds of me able to print it through my laptop? I have had success with printing stuff through my laptop. Okay, cross. Dashboard. Let's see here. Watch this. Watch these. This is about to work through the laptop. I'm willing to bet I think this thing's about to work through the laptop. Let's see here. Let's take a look here. What does this do? What is this going to do here? Looks like it's not at 0. This is on the right now. Great. Ah, that's fine. That's why that's going. Let's see here. Watch this, guys. Watch this. There you go. For some reason, will not, under any circumstances, print through this system here. And I've had this issue before. But you know what I am going to do, though, is I am going to find myself a little something. Just a little like stand, tablet stand. We're also going to get OBS ready, though. No. It's not. That's not what I sent over. Is it gonna print out what it needed to print out now? It is. Okay. Good. Okay, let's see here. And once we get our OFP, we'll print that out as well, and that'll be on the day of the. He's gonna. Alexa, turn on Ryan's bed. Alexa, turn on coffee light. Even though coffee light's not actually that. Can you swap out that bulb for something that's not so yellow? I hate yellow. Shoot left, can't. Then after this, the next step is going to be pretty much a game of. So after this, so we haven't even started on this yet. What is, but it's. I mean, it is printing with some issues, but that's fine. Not particularly worried. Yeah, the first briefing we have. This is the first briefing we need for across the pond. So here, does this give us taxi information? No, it's not. It's not the same as non-accurate. Anyway, we're going out of doubling. Okay, so looking through this here. Okay, that's here. Present briefing. Okay, I'm just gonna give you all of that while I read through it. So, on the version. Oh, this is done. We're not designing the other part tonight. I'll have to design it tomorrow. Okay. That's going to be a minute. Okay. And then we'll need some SIDS. We absolutely need some SIDS. We need some SID. Not graph here. And we'll get these SIDS up. There's a lot here. I'd like to print out every single one of these, and I have paper. Go out the paper. I'll be right back, guys. Bye, bud. Paper. Paper. Okay. Print. Print. Let's make sure. Sorry, straight. Got the next one. Next briefing. There are a lot of these. Now there would have been, there should be a good way to do this. I'll have paper copies of most of this stuff. And then we'll begin to work out OBS and see if we can't try to get like something custom for OBS, which may mean we have to end things. Let's just take a look at the print queue right now. It's 23 documents. Okay, let's see here. I might need some more paper. Gotta make sure we got all of our ducks in a row here. In the real world, I have to assume that they would not do this. I'm gonna say no. In the moment, we are going to go ahead and hop into this. Yeah, this is done. No. I probably get the toilet double side clear or something. Not too much though. How many are there? We got number. Okay. Now we gotta make sure we got all our little ducks in a row here. Okay, let's see here. Barnaby, no, I'm not gonna put you outside because you'll just go out there and bark at it. It's 11:44 at night. Okay, let's see here. And then in terms of the SIDS, we can always get clarification on the SIDS, or on the stars. It's actually not that bad. Can I actually tell y'all what we're gonna print out? Actually, let's actually read some of these. Okay, they're fine. They're not sure like some of the UK ones and some of the EU ones. So. And anyway, if I determine that we need to print these out, we will print those out on Saturday. So you print straight there. So, now one thing I do want to figure out though is here. DGW. Let's see here. Doof. Local packages are there. Flight simulator 20. Yep. Local cache. We'll throw that in there. No, that wasn't that. Give it a second. Hey, but you okay? Oh, you don't play. No, it's not really the time for playing, but go fetch. Okay. Rival briefing and another one. Okay, how long until these SIDS are out? You done? And once again, we'll have to get RFP later. The OFP is going to be one of the things that we print out. So, okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and get our plan for Saturday done. So we're going to wake up 6:30. Okay, we're going to wake up 6:30. Then we're going to go live at 7. So our stand time is time we have to be at our stand is 45 minutes prior to departure, and that is okay. So we have to. That's gonna be for us. Okay, stand time for it's minus 45 minutes, so that's 12:06. So it's gonna be 11. So that's gonna be 11. So that's gonna be 7:16. So 7:16. No, 7:21. 7:21. Push and start at 7. Push 25 minutes to departure. So that's 25 minutes to departure. That is seeing math here. 7:41. Okay, so flights need to be up by 7:15. And then so then checklist. Print OFP round 7:05. We're not gonna get that OFP until the morning. So we're not gonna get that OFP until about 1 a.m. in the morning. And I'm not. And we got about a 7-8 hour flight here. I'm not gonna get that OFP until we're not getting that OFP until the morning. So. There's printing out. Just let somebody here. Okay. I believe that everything is, that all of our ducks are in a row now when it comes to flight sim. 4.4 gigs for a fucking Aer Lingus. Oh, that's ridiculous. That's fine though. Well, the thing hasn't failed us yet, so the printer hasn't failed us yet, which is good. Yep, okay. Let's see here. Let's get Microsoft Flight Sim up. And we're gonna spawn in at all of those airports in I think we might do it in the triple. So, and after this is done, so after across the pond, I'm just gonna go over a bit. I'm going to be changing the channel a bit. I think I might decide to go for a new channel name, because we're also going to get more into the PC hardware side of things. And so right now it's pretty much purely a flight sim channel, but we are going to do a bit more with tech, right? So I'm going to do a bit more with tech, right? A bit more with so right now I have 5 videos planned. Right? It's still primarily going to be a flight sim channel, but we're going to expand into tech a bit more, and more specifically into reviews a bit more. So. So many beeps in this room. So many beeps. Yeah, 3D printer over there beeping away. Give it a second. Which one? So we printed a number of. Everything. We're thick. Anyway, we have our things here. We have our SIDS. There are a lot. It's crazy to think that. It's kind of crazy to think that this big thick thing paper is kind of like in many tiny little system there. So. I should have probably restarted the computer before trying to launch this, but that's fine. Now I'll get a list of frequencies that are at the appropriate time. Yeah, okay. The main thing though is we have all the important bits. Okay. Check in on this printer. And to be clear, guys, the printer's still on the first layer. That said, though, it's doing a better job than it has previously. Getting the sim up. And is there anything important that's gone on the Discord? Okay, let's see here. That's right. We might get a route change actually. We might be about to get a bit of a route change. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look here. That looks a lot. Okay. Toronto. We need to get something for Toronto. Ireland's part of the EU, right? Yeah, it is. The UK is not part of the EU, though. Okay, let's see here. This looks a bit like the font. It does not look like default at all, actually. It looks... It is not default. Okay, some of the textures are default, though, like that. Okay. Can we... Camera. Sure this. Is it shift or is it? Is it shift? Alt. Is it alt? It's these really stupid controls. Like, this is not bad. I guess the main thing though is the taxiway information is correct. Now that is what I'm going to need to. We're going to change now. Traffic. Aircraft traffic. I feel like those planes should not be there. General options. Graphics. Traffic. What if you were to plan save? There we go. Yeah, I've run into that issue a few times. Okay, I think this will do here. I mean, it's not the most spectacular airport in the world, but then again, it's freeware. It's freeware, so I will take it. And the main thing is that the taxiway information is correct. Right, I guess that's the main thing. So, yes, that is the main thing. Is that the taxiway information is correct. Okay. Let's go ahead and check now our department. We can go ahead and check Manchester. We can check Manchester, and we can check. Go ahead and check Dublin now. Now this is good payware scenery here for Dublin. This is like proper payware scenery for Dublin. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Okay, let's see here. This is the full scenery still. Actually, no, it isn't. Actually, it is looking like the full scenery. This is looking like the full scenery, unfortunately. Where is it? This looks like the full already. And if it's not for I can't tell. This looks like it's payware scenery, but I also see enough here to I also see enough generic here to tell me that it is not. I'm seeing enough here to tell me that it's free, that it is not the payware scenery. That's why we're doing this stuff early on. Okay, what is this supposed to look like? So, what is the MK series supposed to look like? This is default. Okay, now this is default here. That's default. Okay, what's going on here with any manager then? Did any don't tell me any manager fucked up in a massive way. Don't tell me this fucked up in a massive way. It did not. Let's see here. MK Studios. Oh. Well, that would explain that. That would explain that. It's ordered for 2024, but not 2020. Now that would explain that. Okay. And then what is the freeware version of Detroit. It's supposed to look like. Detroit didn't work either. We have to go back to Detroit and double check Detroit. Because Detroit does not look like it worked either. Does not look like Detroit worked either. Okay, so I don't think that we need to double check Detroit's spelling because that did not look. Detroit did not look. That looked default as well. So let me actually double check that it did move everything over. Wait, no, sorry. Local cache. Ain't doing it. Packages, community. Yeah, it did. This might be the issue because that did not look anything remotely like what it should have looked like. Okay, is this done now? It is. Okay, let's go ahead and restart flight sim here. Well, actually, we'll take a look at Manchester first. Verify that not all of our streamers fucked. Which so far we're 2 for 8 or something like that. So. Let's take. Let's see here. So far, we're 8-0. So, but it does. With that said, this looks. This here is looking a lot better. That there is quite good, quite promising. take a look here. So, they probably purchased it fucking twice. It sucks. That really, really sucks. Before we restart the sim, this looking better. This looking a lot better. And I can tell you now, it's not default. To showcase. Oh, we picked a very small gate. Yeah, okay, that's not default at all. That said, the default is fucked. The default, or it definitely appears to be fucked. Unless it's supposed to be like that, but I doubt it. I'm significantly doubting it's supposed to look this bad. With that said, though, this is it. This here is Manchester. This is the MK sceneries, I believe. Got the car park there. Yeah, it's missing. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's restart Flight Sim. Let's restart Flight Sim to account for the two sceneries that were just fixed. That I just fixed. So far though, we're 1 for 3, and actually we can double check the A350. Where's some others? A321. Okay, what is the A321 range? In nautical miles. 3202. Give it a second. So it's 3202. That's range. So that we'll call that 300. Or we'll call that 3000. And where does that get us? Not far. I don't think that gets us far enough, if I'm being honest. Okay, we can go ahead and relaunch Flight Sim. Oh, it's still open. You may have to force it. Okay, Earth. We got this for 2 hours now. Let me just open up Earth here. Figure we need roughly about 1,000 to spare total. And that's the Where's the Americas? That's Africa. So from Dublin. So I'm just curious here, how badly will the A320, how badly will the Neo fail? Start at Dublin. Make our way to Detroit, Michigan. It's a close one. Where's task manager? I'm not waiting for this shit. Okay. No, okay, one moment. It's a close one. It's close because it is. That is really, really, really close to what I'd say no to. 322 nautical miles, we're looking at about 3,000. So unless we want to stop somewhere for fuel, the answer is probably going to be a massive fucking no. So we get really low there, and we get to the point where we may not. Farthest A3. The A321neo, though, that is an option. The Neo is an option. The Neo is an option if we were willing to go into the Noose, which I'm not thrilled about that idea. But the Neo is an option though, because the Neo is not even on a 100% full tank. The Neo would still have it would still have fuel. But other than that, other than the A321, what about the A320 though? How far can the A320 fly? Range 2,700. Yeah, no, the 320 is worse. But in terms of the 330, the 330 would be fine. Yeah. 330, all that goes off. And we do actually have a 330. But it's in the new sim. Tough decisions, everyone. Literally tough decisions here. So we have a new one in the sim, in the new sim. I think maybe we should do a practice flight, see if we can make it in the A321. But the thing is, if we get a headwind the entire way there, then that eats through our fuel massively. I think we need to do a test flight overnight. One of these nights, maybe tomorrow. I'm tempted to take the 330. I think that's like the only other option I got, because it's either going to be triple. Although we could take the Dreamliner. Not thrilled about the Dreamliner's performance in the... Not thrilled about the Dreamliner. Okay. Aer Lingus. What's Aer Lingus? I think they don't operate any bombs. Okay. They operate... Yeah, they operate Airbus. The A321, they operate A321 Neo, A321 XLR, A330, 200, and 300. and A320 Neo, and old, plain old A320. Can park at Dublin. That's signal lecture. Well, first off, here's a question. Do they have A380s? Okay, let's try this again. Detroit Metro Lane. Let's take a look at this again. Yeah, ideally I'd like to fly 777. We may need A330 though. Just see anything. This looks a lot. This is looking a bit more like. This is looking a bit more like it. Dublin. Yeah. This is what I'm talking about. Showcase. This is what I'm talking about now. There we go. This is fixed. Yeah. This is much, much, much better. None of the default shit that we have to worry about. This is much better. This is looking a lot better. Yeah, there you go. This is what I'm talking about here. Studio stuff. Okay, just looking here. After departure, initial climb is flight level 90. The tower will not hand you over. Okay. After departure, you'll be required at least 30 minutes in that entry. verify a nav track. Departure for. They will not hand us off. That's something important. That's a note. Here, does it tell us anything about aircrafts? I can imagine there's going to be a lot of triples. Monitor. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Stands. Park on the north side. Dublin has the north side. Okay. Okay, so they are actually recommending better pushback over GSX. Taxi. Do not. Okay. Okay. So, and then it gives us a little handy little thing here. Monitor, tune the frequency. Do not call. Tower will call you. Contact. Okay, and call tower. So we got contact call sign only. Okay. Departure. Mr. Climate is flight level 9 or 0. So that is important here. Okay, let's go ahead and hop on over to Dublin. Now that we've confirmed that one works, we can go ahead and hop on over to Dublin. And yeah, we'll try to figure out a gate for the triple. We'll try to figure out a range of gates for the triple because, yeah, I'm not confident that we're going to be using the old sim. In fact, I'm having my doubts about using the old sim because I don't have any other good aircrafts. I have the triple. Maybe we might be able to pull a Dreamliner or we might be able to pull a Dreamliner move. But I kind of doubt though that A380s are allowed at Dublin. Okay, yeah, this is a lot better. Let's see here. Large. I think that's good. Of course, Microsoft Flight Sim kind of sucks though, in terms of giving us useful information. This is looking. So freeze up is what we expect here from a triple. Okay, yeah. So okay, we got. So far we are now 2 for 2. We fixed those 2 issues. Okay, yep. With that said, though, yeah, let's look for a suitable gate real quickly. Real time. Sorry, not real time. I don't want real time at all. Not right now. Not while we're flying around. Showcase. Maybe there. I think those are probably our big. In terms of gates, I'm kind of thinking that that's maybe about the biggest we can get. 2-8 left. So it does say in here that this runway here might get used as a taxiway, which does make sense. That at the end of the day, that makes sense. Okay, so I'm gonna guess here that maybe one of these slots over here are just gonna be where we end up parking our massive triple. 619 Charlie. So yeah, I'm gonna guess that over here is where we're gonna end up spawning in. Now, if they will give us a gate, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Let's see here. So there are a few questions I have here. Okay, frequently asked questions, okay. 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 So can I fly X aircraft? Please consider the following. Doesn't have a proper FMS programmed that can fly on a pre-programmed route and in a constant Mach number and will not lie to you about fuel predictions. Okay. Does the plane's autopilot functionality have does the plane's autopilot have the functionality programmed to do holdings? Does the plane's FMS give accurate predictions for ETA at the waypoints along the route? Does your aircraft have the range to fly the route and hold extra fuel? for both. Okay. We are not here to tell you what to fly and not what to fly. This is your task as a pilot. We can tell you what we expect. Okay. However, chances are, if you're okay. So, free aircraft then. Any aircraft. Okay. Purposes of VAT citizens in mind. Okay. So the guy got back to me 30 minutes too early. It's like a route that he would want. Okay. So, okay, any aircraft then. That's good. Okay. Aircraft of choice. In that case, I think we're going to aim for a shuttle. Although we may... It would be nice to... It would be interesting to do an Airbus. I'd love to do the Airbus because I am kind of bored of the triple. We could go with an A350, but it's like Airbus. I want like classic Airbus. Is there an A330 for? What about the A320neo? Okay, let's see here. Fly out. Okay. A320 neo range. Ooh. $34.50 nautical miles on the A320 neo. But then we're getting into like territory of I suppose we could use a Phoenix, an A321, and then I guess we could theoretically refuel midair if we need to. Okay, A320 neo. A320 neo. 3,400. So the A320 neo, that is an option. What's the fly-by-wire? What does fly-by-wire do? Oh shit. So the fly-by-wire A32NX does not actually have the RNAV. Okay, so that's out the window. You could go with the fly-by-wire A320 Neo, and potentially, I guess, refuel midair. That is an option. Yeah, so that is certainly an option. Something's up here. It's just something up. Something is up here in terms of like the airport. I know the airport's like not flat anyway. No, but I'm just talking like in terms of like that weird angle around. We could go A320. Well, mid-air. Okay. Phoenix A321 Neo. Phoenix A321. Mid-air refueling. Well, I guess there's only one way to test this out. Let's get in a Phoenix, shall we? Let's get ourselves in a Phoenix A321. So I'd love to use the A321 if possible. I would love to do that. If possible, that is. I don't know if it is going to be entirely possible, but if possible, I'd love to use it. There's only one way to do this. Oh, range 3,500 nautical miles. That might do us. I don't have deliveries though. I'll have to add this later. 21, 3,500. Seven hours though. That cuts it really, really close. Well, let's get ourselves some fuel. Let's figure out how to reload the aircraft midair. And then, if we're able to get the aircraft refueled midair, then that'll be wonderful. Okay. what? But yeah, this aircraft here is quite good. Let's get I'm just gonna flight plan. Let's go ahead and open up some briefing. Let's get a flight plan. In terms of fuel, though, let's bring 200 kilograms extra. Okay, we have that generated. Okay. Phoenix on. APU can go ahead and getting on. We should have some dome lights around here. Yeah, okay, wonderful. I can get the batteries on now. Yeah, the Phoenix is here, so perfect. CDU menu. Okay, yeah, that's what you see. Okay. So your Phoenix. Tapped. Okay, massive now, it's okay. Instant. Oh, the sounds are wonderful there. Get those on. It's gonna be those alignment settings. Panel states. Okay, and then let's see here. We might have to come in here. Pilot brief. Nope. Setting. Okay, those are already. Okay. Request it. And is the aircraft on? Yeah, it is. Very quickly get those. Uh-ohs. Oh, unless I have it set as... Should have it set as 1 and 2. What's the issue here? should have airbus. There we go. Okay. I guess the engines are already up and running. Yeah, that's because they are. Okay. Pushback. Plan I is better pushback or toolbar pushback or whatever you want to call it. Parking brake released. Clear for pushback. In terms of the lights, though, on taxi. Okay, so the main thing. So the main thing here is. Flaps. Actually, we're in A320 flaps one. Okay. The main thing though is we're gonna get up to altitude, right, and we're gonna try refueling there. Okay, we're gonna try this. So, what's our fuel looking like right now? Tanks, okay. Zero 2, then there's land surface wind. Push is completed. So we're gonna move on, shall we? Oof, those are inverted. Fortunately, I have nose wheel steering here. Or not. Fuck. Ah, that's different. Tell you what. Take off from a taxiway here. Notch check. Took off from taxiway there. We're now officially we've gone full southwest now. Climb gate. Okay, mass. Sim settings. Tell you what. Speed. We can go. Make speed 160 knots. Keep it. We can go ahead and do that. Altitude. We can go ahead and go to 3. Let's go up to 3,000. Let's take a look here. My flights. Okay. Now, okay. Mass and balance. That's what we have in the tanks. 2753. 2753. Now let's see here. We should be able to go mass and balance, which should be wait, I'm not seeing it. Where is it? Ah. 12% fuel. Okay, 30%. And no, it does. So, you see, yeah, I saw how. Get 100% fuel. And it is going down, okay. So we are able to do mid-air refueling. Okay, in that case, I think we might plan for the A321 from Phoenix. I do kind of miss the A320s. I do kind of miss the Airbus, if I'm being completely honest. Right, let's turn back towards the airport and let's try to butter this landing. You can go ahead and get knocked back up. The winds. You can go ahead and descend to 2,000. Actually, we can. Actually, let's go ahead and make our turn like this. Flaps 2. Let's get a runway heading 10 right. So let's go ahead and, I guess, turn heading 360 degrees. Continue down. Consider heading either 360 or 0 degrees. Okay. And what does that tell us? And continue a turn. Heading 011 degrees. Zero 90 degrees. And let's take a look here. Field in sight. Get a localizer up. It doesn't know which localizer that it wants. So, guess we'll do a visual here in the A321. So we'll do a visual. Actually, no, that's not good. Alright, tell you what. Okay, autopilot off. Flaps full. Let's master this. Let's go ahead and show how visual approach is done. Although we should be a lot lower now. We need to descend. Gears still down, by the way. Okay. Continuing inbound. And I think we're gonna make it. We got flaps full. Can go ahead and retract some flaps while we're at this. It's gonna end up being short, isn't it?
2,500.
2,500, check.
$2,000.
2,000, check. It's feeling quite steep here, but I believe we're at the point now where we can go ahead and do a bit of this. Get our speed up a bit. Make sure we're descending. Still a little on the high side, that's fine. Fully loaded though. We're gonna go for the dive method here. We're gonna go for the dive method here.
$1,000.
1,000, check. It's getting a little worried now. Our altimeter is not set correctly at all.
500.
500, check.
$300.
300, check. In range of Pappies now. So,
200.
okay.
100.
Throttle now. High now.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Recline.
Don't sink.
Shut up. Ah, yeah, you can't. Yeah, you really can't really teach that. We absolutely greased that landing. We greased that landing. Okay, so in that case, we're gonna plan for the A320. We're gonna plan for the A321 with a little bit of mid-air refueling. With a little bit of mid-air refueling. So, yeah. But I think we've done pretty much all the prep work we can for right now. So thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will see